Okay, good day everyone. So welcome to our week 6 of our GMDSS radio operator. So it is under circular of the STCW number 2018-02. So for our course introduction, so first it is under the regulation 4-2 section A of the STCW code of for the certification of GMDSS radio operator. So extend this is the expected training outcome based on table alpha dash uh, 115/2. So this is the mandatory requirements for the certification of GNDSS radio operator. So the minimum knowledge, understanding, and proficiency required for the certification of the radio operator. So tendency, if you are a holder of the GMDSS radio operator, kailangan mong magkaroon ng knowledge about the required regulation with the accordance of the regulation. Also, in addition to the candidate for the certification of the competency shall require to demonstrate an ability to undertake the task, duties, and responsibilities under the column of the table A/4-2. So again, the knowledge and understanding proficiency for the endorsement under the conventions of certificates issued under the provisions of the radio regulations. And in column 2, table A/4-2. So the level of knowledge subjects in the column 2, table A-4/2 shall be sufficient for the candidate to carry out his duties. And every candidate shall provide evidence of having achieved the required standard of competence through the demonstration on how you operate each subsystems and perform those subsystems in their in their assumed duties and responsibilities listed in the column 1. So accordance with the methods demonstrating competence and the criteria for evaluating the competence tabulated in the columns 3 and 4. With that so this is the columns, hindi ko na iisa-isahin yung KUPs and the methods and competence. So that is the provisions na every holder of the GMDSS radio operator must know how to uh, navigate, how to perform, how to call, how to receive, and how to initiate every subsystems under the GMDSS. So the framework of this International Convention of SOLAS and the Safety of Life at Sea. So under the regulation, it applies to which present regulations. So since February 1, 2003, the top chapters are also existing passenger ships of less than 24 meters in length and any exemptions are meted at the end of the regulations. So sa panahon ngayon, every vessel daw kailangan meron ng GMDSS operations. So before, sabi ko nga, ang ginagamit natin is Morse code. So ngayon, every vessel daw na it applies for the passenger ships less than 24 meters in length, there's an exemptions. So for the purpose of these rules, the ships constructed means the keels of the which laid or the similar stage of the construction. So the impression of a similar stage of construction means the stage at which the construction is identifiable with the specific ship begins and assembly which commence comprising at least 50 tons or 1% of the estimated mass of of all structural materials in which that is the size of the vessel na nire-require na kailangan meron kayong subsystem. So the provision of this chapter prevents the use of any ship survival craft, person in distress of any means, and their disposal of the attract attention and make their position and obtain help. So that is the primary requirements of the or primary goal ng ating subsystems dito sa ating GMDSS. So under the regulation 4 of the SOLAS chapter 4, the function requirements, every ship daw as sea shall capable, so every vessel shall capable to provide BHF DSE, which is very high frequency digital selective calling, and Inmarsat. So ang ibig sabihin naman po ng ating Inmarsat is International Maritime Satellite Organization of transmitting ship-to-shore distress. Ibig sabihin from our ship to shore distress. alerts by at least two separate and independent means, so each using a different radio communication services. So kung meron tayong communication between ship to ship, meron din tayong ship to shore and shore to ship. So mapag-aralan natin isa-isa po yan. So transmitting and receiving on-scene communication under the Chapter 5, transmitting as required by the regulation, receiving signals of locating, and also transmitting and receiving maritime safety information. Also, transmitting and receiving general radio communication to and from shore-based radio system of networks subject to regulation. And also transmitting bridge-to-bridge communication. So pag sinabi naman natin dito na transmitting and receive on-scene communication in which yung uh, on-scene or at the act na nakita nyo yung response na kailangan yung tulungan yung vessel. And meron naman tayong receiving and locating. Hinahanap natin yung vessel na kailangan natin tulungan. And also, transmitting and receiving maritime safety information or transmitting na nagbibigay tayo or nakaka-receive tayo ng maritime safety information para maiwasan natin yung danger. And meron din tayong general radio communication in which nagbibigay lang sa atin ng information. It is generalized, so kahit sino makaka-receive. And from shore-based to radio systems of network in our regulation. And also bridge-to-bridge communication in which you're connecting to the another vessel. So kaya sinabing bridge-to-bridge, syempre yung subsystems natin is nasa bridge, tatawagan nyo yung kabilang vessel in which nasa bridge din yung communication. So, bridge-to-bridge communication yung tawag doon. Then, meron tayong contracting government. It undertake the available as it deems practical and necessary either the individual or in cooperation with the contracting government. So, alam naman natin na every boundaries yan, merong regulation na hold nito, and every boundaries, there's a contracting government. Contracting government, it is the shore-based facilities or space or terrestrial communication services with the recommendations of the organization. So these are the services. First, radio communication utilizing the geostationary in the MMS. So the MMS is the Maritime Mobile Satellite Services. Meron din tayong radio regulation services utilizing polar orbiting satellites in the mobile satellite services in which yung tinatawag natin dito yung mga satellites, no? Nakaka-receive din tayo doon. And the radio mobile, maritime mobile services in the bands between 156 and 174 megahertz. So MHZ is, we are referring into megahertz. Next, the maritime mobile services bands between 4,000 kilohertz and 27,500 kilohertz. And we have the maritime mobile services in which band of 415 kilohertz and 535 kilohertz, and between 1,605 kilohertz and 4,000 kilohertz. So, tandaan nyo po yung mga yan, no? Kasi sinasama ko sa examinations yan kung ano yung coverage na kayang abutin ng bawat bands. So each contracting government undertakes, kaya makikita nyo no, yung mga bands na yan, no, para maging malinaw sa inyo, diyan tayo nagre-refer sa distance. So kung hanggang saan yung kayang abutin ng ating unit, which is the kilohertz, megahertz, doon tayo nagbabase. So sabi diyan, for example, the maritime mobile services in between this 415 and 355, it is being used on the between 1,605 and 4,000 kilohertz. So each contracting government undertakes to provide organization with pertinent information concerning with the shore-based facilities in the maritime mobile services, and the maritime mobile service and maritime mobile service established for sea areas in which it is designated in its coast or of its coast. So, maritime or each contracting government undertakes or ensure that the suitable arrangement are made for the registering global maritime distress and safety system. So, dapat naka-registered yung ating mga subsystem, and it is identifies and making information for the identities available to rescue. Also concerning carriage of the radar operating for the frequency of 9,300 to 9,500 megahertz, it should be noted that the ships may need a reception of certain maritime safety information. Each contracting government is not required to provide all radio services. So the requirement of shore-based facilities covers for the concerning provisions radio services of GMDSS with the ordinations of 24-hour basis. So yung ating mga subsystem po is 24-hour basis siya, walang off or hindi pwedeng mag-lobat, no? Sa laging meron niyang battery, meron niyang laging nakasaksak. Kasi syempre, we'll know that this subsystem is for the rescue or for the distress signal. So, paano tayo makaka-rescue if we are not in or if you are unable to rescue dahil nga wala tayong signal or wala tayong battery. So, kung wala namang signal, every subsystems meron siyang i-incorporate na distance kung ano yung magagamit natin na subsystem. So, the GMDSS is a largely but not fully automated system which requires ships to have a range of equipment. Kaya sabi ko, every subsystem may iba't ibang gamit depende sa range. Pag sinabi naman nating range, di ba yung layo? So, range of equipment, ibig sabihin, so, sa ganitong kalayong lugar, ito yung magagamit mo na subsystem. Okay? So, capable of performing the 9 radio communication functions in the GMDSS accordance with the regulation of SOLAS Convention. So, every ship at sea while capable for the first ship-to-shore transmission distress alert at least 2 separate and independent means in different radio communication services. Again, from your ship to the shore transmission of distress. So, for example, yung vessel nyo ay nasusunog. Tatawagan nyo yung shore para tulungan kayo. Sir, paano aalis yung shore dun sa lugar nila? Nasa shore nga. So si shore, magtatapon siya ng messages sa mga vessel na malapit sa inyo para tulungan kayo. Kasi baka mamaya yung natitira nyo lang subsystem na pwedeng mag-connect is yung ship to shore. Nakuha nyo? Kasi baka mamaya or hindi nare-receive ng mga malapit sa inyong vessel. Kaya si shore transmission, tatapon siya ng messages or ng alerts sa mga vessel na pwedeng makatulong sa inyo na malapit sa vessel nyo. The next, transmission of ship-to-ship distress alerts. Ito naman, transmission between your ship and another ship na malapit sa inyo. The next, transmission and reception of search and rescue coordinating communication. So ito yung mga search and rescue operation na tumutulong sa inyo. And meron din tayong on-scene communication. Ito yung on-the-spot communication or on-the-spot distress na nakita sa inyo na pwede kayong tulungan right away. No? Then meron din tayong transmission and reception of signalings for locating. Ito yung mga nilolocate natin na pwede natin tulungan. Meron din for maritime safety information. Magbibigay lang tayo ng maritime safety information. Meron din tayong general radio communication in which yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina. And bridge-to-bridge communication. So yung RR na tinatawag natin, meron tayong radio regulations. Nakalagay ito sa bridge. Ito yung mga books na pwede nating i-consult if hindi tayo familiar sa ating radio na ginagamit. So meron tayong radio stations. So first, meron tayong ship stations. Ito yung nasa ships natin, no? Ship stations. Meron din tayong coast stations. Ito yung sa mga coast. Meron din tayong search and rescue stations o SAR na tinatawag natin. Meron naman tayong Vessel Traffic Services Station. Ito yung topic natin last time, no? Yung VTS. Meron din tayong Aids to Navigation in which natakal nyo yan sa navigation nyo, no? Yung mga ATONs. And meron din tayong aircraft stations. Ito yung ating mga satellites. At meron din tayong associated craft with parent ship. So first, ship stations. So this kind of ship stations, ito yung nasa bridge natin. But this one is very obsolete na, no? Itong picture na to. But it is the same function na ginagamit ngayon on bridge, no? That is the ship stations. So, coast station, ganito na yung nasa bridge natin, but it is the same na ng, it is modern, but the same na ng ginagamit natin on bridge. Then, ito yung ating search and rescue stations, no? Again, sa ginagamit yung search and rescue stations, it is being used for search and rescue operations. So, ito po yung ating Vessel Traffic Services Station, no? Ito yung parang radar sa mga eroplano, tas meron din tayo sa dagat. Kung makita nyo yung sa mga breakaway sa dagat, no? Yung mga nasa dulo ng ating, ang tawag dito sa Tagalog. Hindi ko alam sa Tagalog, pero yung fairway, breakaway, yung fairway, makita nyo dyan, meron laging VTS yan. So, si VTS, na discuss ko na sa inyo na si VTS, siya yung nagbibigay sa atin ng information kung saan tayo pwedeng mag-dock, saan tayo pwedeng pumasok ng traffic separation scheme, saan tayo pwedeng mag-anchorage. So si VTS po ang tatawagan natin. Then, meron din tayong aids to navigation. So, types of buoys. So, meron tayong spar, can, nan, bell, whistle or horn, gong, lighted, and combination. And hindi ko na pwede i-discuss isa-isa yan kasi dapat alam niyo yan kasi na under yan ng navigation nyo. Then, meron din tayong aircraft stations. Ito yung stations na via satellite. So, si aircraft, so si vessel, magtatapos siya ng information kay aircraft, then si aircraft, magbibigay siya ng information sa mga vessel na malapit sa inyo. So, then the system goes, no? Then, meron tayo associated craft with parent ship. So, si parent ship, ayun yung pinaka malaking vessel. Then, yung mga associated craft dyan, ayun yung mga helicopter, then yung sailing boat na nakita nyo dyan. So, ayun po yung ating mga, or speedboat, ayun yung ating mga associated craft. Then, si parent ship yung malaki mismo. Then, meron din tayong services publication. So, each publication, meron tayong coast station and special service station. It is under the ITU. So, ITU, it is the International Telecommunications Union. Meron din tayong ship station and maritime mobile services identity assignments or MMSI. Meron din tayong manual for the Maritime Mobile and Maritime Mobile Services, Satellite Services, and meron din tayong ALRS, no? So, it is the Admiralty List of Radio Signals. So, dito sa book na to, makita nyo yung mga radio signals na pwede nyo tawagan, no? Then, Coast Station and the Special Services Station under the ITU. So, that is the end of our first half of our discussion. So, mag-break muna tayo in 30 minutes. So, after 30 minutes, proceed tayo sa next discussion under the GMDSS subsystem.